move into quick hits for some quick cash and start off with Sprint. We spoke in the lead with AT&T and Deutsche Telekom because the DOJ apparently doesn't like this deal. So let's look at Sprint.
Sprint looks okay. It moves very slow. You have to take a lot of size. It's not going to be so exciting, but I see some room in Sprint back to this 440 area, and potentially it fills this gap. It's starting to clear this resistance. It's okay, but it's going to be slow.
Las Vegas Sands, again, this is our first call, so it's kind of like near and dear to my heart, even though the performance has been not so lovely lately, but the call was fantastic into EPS. So let's see what it's doing right now.
Well, it's good. It's showing relative strength, and you know it's back to where it was. But you know what? If you got involved and you timed it the right way, it was explosive. It showed relative strength during the decline. So now it's back in the game as an investment. If you look at LVS, you will see here that this stock had a major pivot off of 37. So if you got in, you know, off of this move, you're up pretty nicely. Now we're back to 48. You take more of a macro look at it, you will see it's still in this channel. It's still in the game. It's above all the moving averages. I like that. If we get a sustained move into year end and this confirmed rally stays intact, this will break higher. So if you're in there as an investment, great. For cash flow, if it starts getting above, you know, this pivot after a bit of a rest, I think you can get rewarded.
We spoke about Caterpillar when we did the ag segment, Caterpillar versus Deere. Let's drill down and take a look at the chart.
Yeah, I like Caterpillar. It's not moving the way it has, but Caterpillar could play catch up really fast because fundamentally it's a rock star. And if you take a look here at Caterpillar, you will see, you know, yesterday put a short-term bearish bar in after breaking above this downtrend. This to me says it needs a rest. I would say if you're not in Caterpillar, you know, or if you bought it here, you sell some, but I think you could buy it back. And if it retests 88 and holds, you're going to see a move up to about 99 or so, where you're going to see all these moving averages converge.
Another call that played out well for us was Colgate because of the consumer staple story. We didn't even look at Kimberly-Clark, and that is by far leading the sector.
It was a monster. You know, Colgate went to new highs. Kimberly-Clark, you know, I don't even trade it. I should have traded it. Look at that at new highs, above all moving averages. It had a, you know, I would say a big move recently, so I wouldn't be chasing it up here. But if this pulls back to the 67 area, I think you can buy this for a longer-term trade higher.
And let's round it out with Apple. Last Thursday, we came in after the announcement that Steve Jobs was leaving. We came in, reminded everyone, keep your discipline, don't lose track of your emotions. We like this fundamentally. It was a great technical setup. Let's take a look at what it's done since then and where you're looking at now.
Well, Apple was one of those lessons you have to be learning from watching this show. I was long it overnight. Everyone was scared. Do we sell it? Is it down 100 points? You know what? It was down 16. We gave you a micro strategy to buy it for cash flow and also a macro strategy to get in. It had a nice move back to 390 from about 365. You know, so if you take a look here on a short term, you know, you just had a small little bearish day. Okay, if you didn't get involved when we were talking about it in here, it broke this downtrend, it broke this wedge. We could test it. If you want to get an entry, I think you can get an entry down to about 375. This area should hold. So I would say about 370 to 375. If you're not in there, buy some Apple.
So on our radar today, we have Sprint, Las Vegas Sands, Caterpillar, Apple, and Kimberly-Clark, which is a new one for us, and we're excited to trade that one. So to round everything out, we're going to a holiday.